I just had the thought while I was driving, hands-free, eyes on the road, just throwing that on there. But I had two patients today, both on opposite ends of the spectrum, on the reality of low back pain, and I just kind of wanted to point it out. Background on one, so this is a separate case study. The one patient had a recent onset and came in, he had a little bit of back pain, not bad, but he had like an exacerbation essentially, and then he was told he was bone on bone, but he kept a positive mindset. He came in, he's like, what can PT do? And I was like, well, a lot of things. And the number one thing he didn't do when he had pain was catastrophize it. So this was my month checkup with him, and he had blown out all of his outcome measures out of the water. Strength was improved, and he came up to me, he's like, I just went through that whole session, I did not have an ounce of low back pain or anything like that. And I was like, sweet. Generally, low back pain gets better in 4 to 6 weeks without any intervention whatsoever. But when you have a positive outcome or outlook on it itself and don't feel pity on yourself, you generally get better quicker, like most things. Other patient I had, this is the 3rd month I've seen her. She refuses to do exercise. She thinks that therapeutic movement, that's how I have to frame it, is negative, and that it's causing more crunching of her low back pain because she was told that she was bone on bone. Again, same situation with 2 different patients, 2 different mindsets. She refused therapy for a whole 26 days, so a month. She didn't do anything. She comes back. She looks a little bit better than what I remember, but I can't even tell you what she looked like because it's been a month. Next thing you know, checking things out, seeing what's going on. On paper, she has not changed whatsoever. She still has the same pain ratings, everything else. The difference is that she catastrophized, and she said that she was feeling that she thought her back was actually gonna crack and break. And we tried education, and she just thinks that moving, any type of moving, is gonna make it worse. So we had one patient that had an open mindset, comes in after a month, and he is, honestly, I was like, maybe I could discharge you because you're doing really good. And he's like, well, I think we should keep going. And I was like, cool. That was 4 weeks. Again, both of these guys, insidious low back pain, just came out of nowhere, but had high work stress. Other girl, other patient, thought that anytime she moved, she was making it worse, and the doctors kept telling her she was bone on bone. She was 3 weeks out, has not shown any improvement in pain scores, any outcome measures, and anything functional. A little less aberrant movement, but the reality is low back pain can be what you make of it. It's either it's going to go away in 4 to 6 weeks, usually 4 to 8 weeks, and it can be more or less depending on your outlook on it and depending on the outlook of your health professionals that are working with you. So one person had good interventions in terms of patient education, and one was told you're more or less screwed, and then they believe that themselves. So keep low back pain, keep moving, find ways to keep moving, have a positive outlook. It's going to get better. It's just like a headache, and we need to normalize low back pain as such. We know headaches aren't necessarily insidious or bad or anything like that. Why does back pain have this worse connotation to it? Because we know it's even more prevalent than headaches. Just food for thought while I was driving. Anyway, that's all I got. Ugh.